Okay, fire signs. Here's your spirituality reading for the next while. Okay, I'm going to get right into it. I have the Isis cards here, so we're going to go deep. Okay. First card, wow, Flower of Life. Divine creativity and manifestation. Where did I put my goggles? This is a lot of energy comes from this card. Yeah, and I feel like for the first time in a long while, we are fired up. We are getting fired up to go in a new direction here. I feel like we're trying to manifest, and what do you know? The fire is going, maybe going or pointed in the right direction anyway. We're being pointed in the right direction. Whether we indulge in that or not, I feel is whether or not that flower is going to open up. Next card. Sorry about my coughing here. Enter the chamber of healing. Healing is the divine chamber of the Lady Isis. Healing in the divine. So yeah, we may have to come to terms with some emotional turmoil here. Give me a moment here. I'm trying to put it in a box so I can serve it back. I mean, if you're going through it, you'll know there's some healing that's needing to be done for sure. The sense here is we are succumbing to all the emotions here. We have no other choice, really, is what they're saying. And this is a good thing, even though it doesn't feel good. It is good for our highest, right? Next card, Queen of Heaven. Blessing from the Divine Empress of the Skies. Interesting. They're showing me here, I don't know that this card is supposed to carry this, but nonetheless. They're showing me her belly protruding. There's some very powerful energies on either side. Right now we're in the healing chamber. So right now I feel we kind of feel powerless to things around us. But in fact, we have great power. We may have just been directed in the wrong ways. But again, we're pausing long enough here to indulge in the healing of the emotional centers. And this will give us great power if we come out in the right way. Once we're healed, we can always come out with a new perspective. And this is the hope of the energies coming towards you, is that we will gain a new perspective. Now, some might be in a healing chamber here. I feel like we may be pregnant with someone's baby that we just did either we decided not to keep the partner, or the partner decided not to stay with us, or something like this happened. And the sense here is it is saddening us in whatever way that may be. Now, give me a moment. Yeah, there may also be a situation where sorry, I'm wheezing. There may be a situation where we have a woman impregnated. Now, the masculine that was in union with this, meaning the father of the child, may want to be with us, but there's something holding us back from either allowing that, or, and this could be, deal breakers and whatnot. There's something stopping us from having that, is the sense here. Now, the flower of life, that is great. A lot of energy coming from that. So I do feel someone here is pregnant. And I do feel this is going to be a very powerful life change that takes us in the direction, one, that we need to go. And it is kind of almost like a hiccup in the way that we were going this way and now we're on a different path. This child is part of that, but it's also how do I say, I feel like there's so much going on with us and this pregnancy, stress-wise, that we don't have time to enjoy this. And there is something here about the father. I'm going to carry on. We're going to go through this. I had picked up in past energies about a father that maybe, how do you say, we may have a genetic father, but it may not be the father that is actually the one that we want in the scenario. So there's something like this could be sitting there. Okay. As we go on top of the energies here with the Gaia deck. Flower of life. Again, great, powerful, growing, a spirituality that's growing, a literal body that's growing inside of us, this kind of a thing. There's a new creation of life here. It's just very evident, okay? On top of that, we have emotions. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of emotional turmoil that we have to go through, no matter if we have this child, like exclusive of this child. We have a lot of emotional turmoil around us in this time. I feel that's just got to be trudged through here at this time. So the way she's holding that sword, kind of as it's kind of in stasis, right? We're not taking action forward. We're not communicating. We're just kind of stalled at this time, but we're getting prepared for something here. And again, I feel highly universally driven, even though this may be some kind of a mishap in like our life path where we thought we were going to go. It's different than where we're going, but universally, oh no, you're right on track. This is what they're saying. So in the healing chamber, what do we get there? Excuse me. 6 of what is that? Fire, I think. Upward triangle. That's fire. Hello. There's a lot of fire elements here showing their head, but the energy is subdued. So we are in our element and want to take action, but things surrounding us are just preventing us from doing this. I feel that's universally to protect us because we don't want to take action in the state we're in. We don't want to take action. Why? Because this could be end up in a fight, could result in fighting energy, struggle, whatnot. Now, notice here, this woman is wearing yellow. Here, this person is wearing yellow, and this is black. So we have somewhat of an enemy here that we are struggling to fight with. This is causing this pain and turmoil that we're going through. There's someone at the helm of this, driving this, is the sense. Now, part of it, is both parties are guilty of incurring karma here in this relationship. So it's either a past relationship or a friendship or something. It's a very center of our focus at this time. We're both responsible for the karma that we incur here, is what they're saying. So, I'm going to keep going forward. Queen of Heaven. Again, I feel the pregnancy here, even though that's not really what the mode of the card is. They really bulged her belly out and they're going, we have a pregnancy. We need to keep that paramount here. Now, blessings from Divine, Empress of the Skies. I feel like, right, the Empress does embowel beginning stages of pregnancy. We may not even be showing yet, is the sense they're giving me. Now, I feel like we're on the path to becoming an empress. And this child is going to help us do that. It's going to help us reroute into because we may have had a perception of where we were going, but it was not for our highest good. In fact, it was so far off that we needed to realign. And this is what's happening for the fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sag. So on top of the Queen of Heaven, we have the Self. Yeah. Now because of this, now if we do not know we're pregnant, we will be finding out very shortly. And the way that we're living, our life has to change. And I feel like that's this self card coming in here and saying we now have to focus on the self and the purity of this birthing process, right? Our inner peace in order to rein in and become healthy. There's a greater understanding of this on a spiritual level. These Aries signs are going, okay, now if I have another life here I am in charge of, I have to slow things down and you know, less emotional turmoil, this kind of thing. So there's a new perspective hitting because of this seed that we are carrying. This kind of thing is what I'm getting. These cards just keep creeping back. But in the middle of things, there's a struggle with someone here. And I feel it has to do with either maternal father or someone who's going to take the reins of a father where the genetics belong to somebody. Meaning, it may not be their son, but they're willing to step forward and look after the child. Okay? This is what I'm getting. So there's something here to do with that. Top of the flowering of emotions is going to happen here in a different way. We have the High Priestess of Fire. Boy, we're just staying in that element. Yeah, that's action oriented. We're going to be inspired to go forward from our emotions here quite highly. They're going, watch how we say inspired kind of thing. Not guided, but driven because of what is coming about here. Now, on this conflict card, the Six of Fire, really the sense I get here is we could call a truce here, but I feel in Aries, Leo, or Sag fashion, we're just not going to do that. We're going to push a situation forward here. Again, there's some healing that needs to be done. I feel like part of it is that we have some healing that needs to be done with someone here that may refuse to do so. We have denial. Oh, okay. Well, that just puts it in another department altogether. We may be in denial of the struggle that we have with this person that's in conflict. So, okay. So much so, because they're giving me a sense of truce, but I feel like the truce is wrapped up in denial, meaning I don't want to deal with this because I don't even want to admit it's real. And if I go in there and I say my piece, which I'm going to do anyway, I'm going to have to deal with the fact that I got to face this and it may not be so good. There's something here instinctively we know, and we don't want to deal with it in the 3D. There's something our instinct is telling us, but we don't want to face it. Okay, on the self, Queen of Heaven again, the focus is going to be on ourselves. Once, if we're in baby making mode here, we're going to be focusing 100% on, the energy of creating a new life. On top of that is love. Where it sits. Okay, so I am getting a scenario here. We have two men or two partners here that we got to deal with. Okay. I feel like one is maybe like a one-night stand that is with someone that we really can't see ourselves going down the future with, and then there's somebody else around us that we may be able to put in that spot. Now, this is the second time I'm picking up on that energy of we may be actually telling someone they're the father when they're not, in order to gain a relationship in that way. I feel like this person could be easily pulled in, or this is our perception anyway, because of this. So we're taking advantage of that, or wanting to take advantage of that. Be careful. High karmic repercussions from that, but nonetheless, if that goes through, they said if it goes through, there's high repercussions. It's not a good way to go here. Just got to be honest with everything. Now, this love card, this is a heart of stone that she's got here, and the warning there is we do not want to turn our heart to stone here. There's a path that we have chosen to walk down. And the sense here is this the choice to have this pregnancy, even though at this point, again, some people may not even know of this yet. But when we know of it, it will create a scenario where we can't go in a direction we were going to go before we knew we were pregnant. We can't go there no more. And suddenly we have to think about different things. And one of the things that we're thinking about is, who do I love and where do I want to stay forever and ever? Amen. And unfortunately, I feel like that is in the direction of away from the father of the child. But this is what we're kind of coming to terms with. Now, in and amongst all of that, there's still some healing in the background that needs to be done, having to do with someone here that we are quarreling with. Okay, now, as we move forward, High Priestess of Fire, taking action. I feel like even though we are in denial, and there's things here, I feel like there's a great churning of a cauldron here. There's a lot of stuff, truth that needs to be laid out for people. And if it is not done in the proper manner, meaning of truth, things can go highly awry. Now, the universe is saying that if we just take the reins here, focus on this pregnancy and the way we want to go forward and not manipulating anything around that, we will be heading in our chosen direction. Again, we didn't choose it. It chose us, but it was fated direction. High Priest of Fire, this is the action that's going to come forth no matter if we're in denial or not towards someone here. Now, again, I don't know which partner we're dealing with or looking at here. On top of that, we have the Death card. There's an ending here that has to be dealt with on an emotional level. I'm going to leave it there to simplify. Yeah, healing. And there's someone here we are quarreling with, but we're avoiding discussing or anything of a feeling nature because we are denying things that are going on here, or we're not wanting to see something here. We have the Knight of Cups. Now it's interesting, he's going straight into the Death card. They're going, this is significant, meaning there may be someone here we are in love with, or we carry love for, or torch for, or something we want in our life, and they are going toward the ending. This may be who we're quarreling with, or something going on here. As we go on to the Love card, what do we get? Temperance. Be aware. The universe trying to get you in your divine energy. This is a chance to prove yourself worthy. And unfortunately, there's a disagreement here between where the universe wants to put you for your highest good, by the way, and where you perceive you want to go at this point from a limited vantage, right? Limited point of view. We want to go in a certain direction. These two directions do not match. So that creates a sense where this is the denial, right? Because there's something here we're pushing to gain, but our instinct is going, this may be not for our highest good. This may be, the things here are not lining up, something's wrong. And we may not be listening. Now, this Knight of Cups, I feel like he's headed in your direction to discuss things with you. And because of that, because it's that partner that you want to deal with, you're going to deal. But unfortunately, the conversation after you guys have it creates an ending here, or transition of things the way that we saw it. Okay, the yeah, so this is very touchy. I feel, okay, just slowly, like this is what I feel already. It's like we have to be tender here. We have to go slowly, so as not to disrupt things too far gone. I feel like a tower is coming. Why? Because we have denial here. And I feel through this situation here, this Knight of Cups is coming toward us to discuss things. There's a denial of what this man may have to say to us. It may be a denial of an ending he may be coming forth to exhibit, or one or the other, right? It has an ending here that they want, and somebody's in denial of it. On top of the death card, we got the owl. See the truth. There's something here. I think we know. We know instinctively. Yeah, we know. There's a truth here that wants to come forward. I feel like this man is either holding it, or he may be in denial of it himself. Somebody here is in denial, and somebody here is coming forward to discuss this stuff that's, under the rug, right? So, Knight of Cups, what do we get on top of him? Know you belong. This card comes out when you either are looking for those people that you belong, like, know where you belong, right? Do you belong with this person or do you not? Intrinsically, you have to know who you are to know where you belong. So this is all part of this. Now, I feel like this King of Cups knows where he belongs. And this is the discussion he's going to have, the truth he's going to lay upon the Aries. Unfortunately, I don't feel the Aries going to take it so well. Temperance card, what do we get on there? Follow the moon. Follow your emotions. They're basically saying here, we're going to get some hard knock news, basically. That is going to create an emotional turmoil here, or the start of such. We're going to have to watch our temper over this time, because I feel like the Aries is in denial to a degree. They want to hear different news, but they know it's coming, but they figure they can change it, but they can't change it. This is what's going on. This is what the Knight of Cups coming in to give us some news that is kind of a dual-edged nature. Meaning they're going to say some things that warm our heart, but they're also going to say some things that make us realize that we just have no future here. And that's going to be, it's never easy to take. It's going to be hard to take. So this is what I feel the universe is prepping us to, you know what, open up to those emotions and just let it flow. You may need to speak. I do not feel that the Aries, Leo, or Sag is really going to want to open up and say a bunch of things unless it's kind of in spite, or or to try to change their mind. But the sense here is that a mind's been made up. Okay, on top of see the truth, again, a great truth is going to be laid. We are going to try to manipulate or change it. We will be in resistance to accepting that news, period, is the sense. We feel this coming instinctively. We know with all of our, to the fact that we're like avoiding this person if they come in. This is what's going on. So see the truth. On top of that, we get orange and blue. Freedom, expression, and enthusiasm, loyalty, depth, and intelligence. Loyalty has something to do with this, right? If we have one person that we're wanting to pull in, that's not the baby's father, not the genetic father, there's a loyalty there that has to be discussed, right? That has to be all laid out on the table. Freedom, expression, and enthusiasm. Sense I get here is freedom. I feel like someone is riding away in their freedom from this relationship. And unfortunately, I don't feel it's the Aries, but there's an expression here that needs to be touch base with me and tell me and explain to me what happened. We have to see a 360 here, and if there's a fighting strategy between these two people, it's going to be very hard to open up for the betterment of both people. It's just not going to be there. Enthusiasm, I feel like somebody here is driven by their future, and that could be the Aries as well, but like I said, we may be in a point here where we do not understand that we are pregnant yet, or do not know this yet. but there's an intelligence to know that there's a difference. Like, we can feel it intuitively. We need to see the truth of this once and for all. And I feel like this Knight of Cups is coming in to drive it home. To drive a fact home here. Now, know where you belong. I feel like that attaches to the Knight of Cups, who's coming in to, I do feel he's coming in to drop some loving emotions, but not, it's almost like to butter you up to let you go. This is what I'm getting. Now, know you belong, the pentagram, 5, microcosm, earthly magic. I feel like this knight is trying to manifest a partner, a deep love. Are we going? Like, so far, it's seeming like the Knight of Cups is going in to deliver news. Now, we'll just keep going here. The moon, follow the moon, our emotions. I feel a great sadness overwhelming us once this knight leaves us. And he's leaving, is the sense. We have a complex round, yeah. This always reminds me of the mandalas that they have in those old character homes above the doorway, right? You walk into the doorway and there's a little circular window and it has this complex round design. That's what it reminds me of. Gives me a homey feeling. No. We are looking for our home. Aries, Leo, Sag, you're all looking for your home in the love direction. I feel like we have not found it yet. We may be trying to kid ourselves that we found it in this partner that is taking off. Or the energy, I feel like it's coming at us. But it's not there to stay. I feel like the Knight of Cups is coming at us in excitement that they have found theirs. And unfortunately, there's no sensitivity there to understand that it's not. Now, there may be some politics here, meaning we may be in denial of our feelings altogether, that we gave an illusion to this man, that we didn't care when we truly do care. This could be coming off, because I'm getting that feeling. I feel like the Knight of Cups is coming in almost in a friendship vibe, excited. I found the love here. Is this what I'm getting? Is this what I'm getting? To kind of lay us down easy is what I get. My cat, sorry. Wow. Good reading. Wow. There is a blossoming that wants to happen in the fire sign's life here. That is the bottom line. There's a blossoming of a new direction that we need to go, a new focus, everything anew. And I feel like the Knight of Cups was of the old, things that are of passing nature here. So I feel like the bottom line is we're in transition, and it is hard because we felt like someone here was meant to stay for a long period of time. And that is not the case. They have found their home, or found a home, or where they feel the best, or most excited. And unfortunately, that's not with us, and that's hard to hear no matter. So I got a Power of Surrender card. What do we have for the fire signs here? It says surrender procrastination. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. I feel like procrastination here, if we were procrastinating in any area, it would have been in dealing with this person that we were struggling with. We were putting it off. And I feel like now that they're going to come forward, we're really going to be able to kind of unload in our tainted kind of way. Again, we're going to be hurt, so it's not going to come from where we would have wanted it to come from if we're on neutral playing ground. But again, we're kind of opposing energies. But I feel like someone here is trying to lay this to rest in a good way karmically. And unfortunately, the Aries is on the receiving end of that. And it's just not a good hit either way. But this is to set the tone for the new way that we're supposed to go. Okay. Holy. Planetary card. Eclipse in Cancer, talking about acceptance, 28, an emotional phase or domestic development. We had this for someone else here. So eclipse is stop and start energy. This may have been what was going on here. We may have had a lot of struggles. We stopped working on it, and then we would start go in, go out, go in, go out, like an on and off thing. But there was an underlying sliver of truth here that I think the Aries had instinctively been in denial of, but is coming around to face the day here. There's an acceptance that's needed of the state in which we're at right now, and that's really where we're leading into the healing. There's a sense here of the hand holding the hand. I get that highly, like this might even physically happen to us during this time of this partner leaving. May actually hold our hand or hold us physically to soothe us and say, you know, like final goodbyes or whatnot. This may also be this could also be a death that we're dealing with, unfortunately. Okay, this could be for some a literal, but I need to accept things as they are, and not want to change things, but continue to go and open up in the field that the universe is kind of opening up for you. Know where your home is. And if we don't know where that is, we need to do more self-work in order to figure that out. Because the overall sense here is we may be clinging to something here that is really not where our home is. Maybe clinging to a relationship, a partnership, a friendship that is not for our highest good. Not that it's a bad thing, but it just may not be for our highest good at this point, and we feel devastated in a way to get through this. But this is the healing, and the Aries is not. They may be in denial, but once they realize what's going on here, they will start to move forward. It's just we have not got all the facts here, and I feel like the facts are going to be laid, and now we got to deal with this. So I don't feel any resistance, is what I'm trying to say, to the healing. It's just it's got to come. It's got to be here, and then we'll deal with it. So in that way, I feel there's an openness to heal and move forward in the newly aligned manner. Because there's a lot of energy here universally for us to help us heal. And not only that, to open new doors in new directions and get us going in a new way. And it'll be like just lickety-split, we're on our path here. And not to make light of the healing that needs to be done, but really the Aries kind of doesn't dilly-dally, diddle-daddle, whatever the word is. They don't wallow in it too much. We're going to wallow, we're going to feel it, and then we're going to move forward. And it's going to fire us in that forward movement. So this is what I'm getting. It's a very hard emotional reading, to, feeling all of this from both sides. Someone is coming forth here to let us down gently, and it would be in our best interest to accept this wholeheartedly and to appreciate the fact that we've got all the tools now to go in a new way, because this is really what the universe is trying to help you do. And if we hang on to things that are not where we feel truly home, if we haven't figured that out yet, or if we know and we're in resistance, this is just not going to help. So hopefully that all goes through for you during this time. This can last a month or up to a season. So however it helps you. Yeah, fire signs, it's a harsh energy. So take care, guys. Have fun and be kind. Now, announcements I have. I don't know if these readings will be out by the 20th, but I have a live night coming on the evening of the 20th between 7 and 8 Central Standard Time. Free live reads for those who show up. First come, first serve. And I am also on TikTok, Infinity Read 67. I didn't pick that number, but it's the way it worked out. That I'm dropping a lot of energy there daily. I draw, like, I have a card that I channel the meaning and I go by the book. So there is some energy there. And then on Fridays, I review the week, the reading for the week, and I also pull some romance cards for your weekend. So you can check in there. If this resonated, it will probably resonate there as well. So take care, guys. Have fun and be kind. And I will see you next month.